What's up, everybody? It's Mike with Omega Survival, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Schrade SCHF 43. It was designed from Chris Tanner, Prepared Mind 101, and this is affectionately known as Jessica X. This is probably one of the most talked about knife designs in the last year or two that I know of. It's manufactured by Taylor Brands. It's a full tang fixed blade coated 1070 high carbon steel with a modified drop point. The handles are contoured thermoplastic elastomer. It is a pretty decent lanyard hole, polyester belt sheath with a removable shoulder strap. The blade length is 9 inches. The handle length is 8.5 inches. It weighs 32 ounces. The blade width is 1.78 inches. It's just under 3/16 of an inch thick. And the overall length is 17.5 inches. Now, Chris Tanner was nice enough to send this to me for review, and I'm not going to be easy on it in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to beat the living hell out of it as hard as I can, like I do with every knife I get. And one of the things about this knife that's so talked about is the handle. I mean, it's I've seen something similar to this. If you look at Japanese style traditional woodworking hatchets, it's kind of a little bit like that with just the handle, but that has a purpose, and you'll see why later in the video. Or you can grip it here. It gives you good carving ability right there, or you can grip it up here and choke on it, and I'm going to show you all that stuff out in the field. And the sheath, which I'll show you more of in the field, comes with this thigh rig and a removable shoulder strap. I like the shoulder strap, but I wasn't digging the thigh rig. It's just me. It's personal preference. That's all that is. But the knife has a really good grip. And enough with the boring stuff. Let's get out into the field, and I'm really going to start putting this knife through its paces, so stick with me. What's up, everybody? It's Mike with Omega Survival, and I got a special review today. I have Schrade SCHF 43, otherwise known as a Jessica X. This was sent to me by Chris Tanner himself for review, and I want you all to follow me, and we're going to head out into the woods and beat on this thing real hard. Alright, so I got the Jessica X on my side, and I have it on the opposite side that I cut with. I'm right-handed, and I want to put it that way so I could draw it out. You know, I'd have too much trouble with it on this side with the leg configuration, and you got to play with it a little bit to adjust it to the size you want it. But once you get it, you can walk around the woods pretty easy with it, and it doesn't swing around, it just sits there. So stick with me. I'm going to chop this tree down. So here we go. This thing has a really good grip, as I showed you before and explained to you that the back gives you an incredible bite when you're chopping. And a little bit later on in the video, I'm going to show you what it does when you choke up on it. But I need some firewood for my camp. I'm running low. And that's it. Alright, I'm at a tree right now that fell over the trail right next to my bushcraft camp, and I'm going to give it a few chops, or real hard chops, holding it at the very back edge of the handle, and see how that works. This is pretty thick stuff, and it's live. It's still green. It's still hard. It just fell within the month. I know, because I've been cutting off this tree for about 3 weeks now, I think. So let's give it a few chops. It almost feels like it wants to pull out of my hand because the force is so great when you swing on it and chop, but it doesn't. All the force goes right into the tree. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of batoning here, because why would it be a good bush knife if you can't baton firewood with it? And if I believe my memory correctly, I almost think that Chris had batoning in mind when he designed this knife, or at least for one of the reasons why he designed it. It's like a giant fro. This piece of wood's semi-dry. I chopped this tree down about 2 months ago. But yeah, that's easy. It holds your hand out of the way. Or you could choke up on it when you want to do finer stuff. The blade's so big that it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep that piece, the little feather sticking in a little while. I got a shorter piece, but it's twice the diameter and it's much heavier wood. Right through that with no problem. Yeah, that's in there. Let me get this out and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I went a little too deep there and had to slam it out. That's abuse right there though, and that's what I want to do here. I don't want anyone thinking I'm going light on this knife, because I'm not. I've tested a lot of knives, a lot of really good knives, really hard, and I wouldn't go easy on them. Want a little bit of carving. So, to show you a little closer up, you carve with it. If you need a tent stake and you're on the move and you don't have one or you forgot it, you could just make one pretty much that easy. If I carve a survival bow, no problem out of this. It chops pretty good. That angle really gives it a good bite. Here's a tent stake. We'll do a little bit of feather sticking. Get them really fine curls going. Make my feather stick look like Goldilocks. I got no problem with this. And all I did to this out of the box, I literally only gave it, I don't know, 2 or 3 passes on a leather strap with rubbing compound. We have a yellow rubbing compound. And that's all I did. nice little feather stick. And actually, I was testing this out before, and it doesn't spark good on a ferro rod off of the back, but it's just too big for that. But if you take the sharp end just at the edge, it'll shoot sparks with no problem. I'm not looking to get a fire going here. I'm just simulating the fact that you can if you needed to. There you go. I sparked the ferro rod. So stick with me and I'm gonna go clear some brush. I figured really quick while I'm at it, I'm just gonna chop a couple of twigs up on the side of this log, because that is something I do regularly for kindle and tinder. I'd say that went through that pretty much as easy as a cucumber. And that was pretty nice. Let's go a little thicker here. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can take this off in one swipe. Nope. Close though. Got it that time. Well everybody, I'm Mike with Omega Survival. This was my field testing and review of the SCHF 43, otherwise known as the Jessica X, designed by Chris Tanner of Prepared Mind 101. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.